Hello, my beautiful trap stars. It's your favorite spiritual pusher, Queen Celine, and I'm back with another message. Okay, a special welcome back to all my OG subscribers. I love you guys deep, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. Okay, we love to have you. I do this for my trap stars who get it by any means necessary. So with that being said, I wanted to get some messages from spirit, from your ancestors, okay, from the divine, okay, from the divine Holy Spirit. Do y'all hear that? Y'all, that was a plane, but why when I say from the ancestors, that plane came over here that loud? Like, honestly, and right, because they're here. This is just confirmation, okay? Like, that was so crazy to me because what? Like, I hope you guys heard that. And if you didn't, just know it happened, okay? So I just want to get some messages from whoever wants to speak with us at this time, okay? I'm picking up heavy on a masculine energy, so this could be coming from a male ancestor. I'm smelling like, I don't even know, I think it's called like cool waters. It's like some sort of cologne, okay? So someone could have had a nice cologne collection. But I'm definitely smelling that cool waters. I don't know who made that, but I know what that smells like. And that's actually crazy because my cousin used to wear that all the time. He passed away a long time ago. His name was Dorian, but he used to wear that all the time. And that's what I'm smelling. So shout out to him. He died young. So I don't know who this message is for, but he died young. It was a weird situation. I'm not going to get into it, but he went before he was supposed to go and he was not ready to go. And it was really hard on our family because he was constantly attaching himself to us. There we go with that sound again. Crazy work. He was constantly attaching himself to us because he was trying to get justice. And my aunt, and this is my grandma's sister, okay, so my great aunt, but my family's like very, very young. Like my grandma's sister's super young. Her and my mom are like 3 years apart type young. But she did so much to try to find justice, and it's really crazy, guys. I don't know, this is all like very crazy, but this is just the energy that I'm kind of picking up on. So yeah, so I feel like, again, this is something, messages coming from a masculine energy, okay? For some of you guys, this person could have died when they were younger, or they could have left, sooner than expected, okay? I don't know if that's confirmation for anyone, but if it is, just take it. If it's not, then, that's okay too. I like to give you guys what comes to my mind's eye, and I like to really give you all the details and be as thorough as I can, because it may not reach everyone, but it may be for that one person, okay? And it may be for nobody. I could be just talking to myself, but I receive all my messages in Jesus' name because that's who I pray to when I do these readings. So amen, okay? All right, let's get into it. All right. Spirit, what is it that you want us to know? The spirit of my collective, we're calling on all of the loved ones, the elders, the ancestors, and the spirit. What are the messages? What does my collective need to know? What are you trying to tell them? Holy Spirit, if you can allow them to come through and give us clear and concise messages. And guys, I like to call this my ancestor deck, okay? So that's why I'm using this one, okay? I want to get all of the cards out and then I'll get into it, okay? Wow. So for some of you guys, this person could have been a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, they could have been heavy on the Aries, okay? They could have died during that season. Okay, they could have been a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Okay, just take that if it resonates. It doesn't have to. They said take this card. Wow. Okay, we have Gemini energy here. Capricorn, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For some of you too, this could have been, yeah, just when I was about to say it. Let me try to cover this card up because I don't want no problems. Hold on, guys. Let me figure out. Let me put these down. For some of you guys too, this could have been a couple, or they could have, you know, went to be on with their partner, their significant other. Okay. They could have been married for a very long time, is what I'm hearing. One person could have went after the other, but it's definitely given like the male went first. Does that make sense? What's the outcome, Spirit? Wow. One more card for the outcome. Which one? This one or this one? This one? Wow. 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So this ancestor, this masculine energy that I'm picking up on, this is one of your hitters, okay? Like, spiritually speaking, this is someone who fights your spiritual warfares. This is someone who protects you from evil forces, okay? This is someone who really, it's like, if an energy, an entity, a person got to you in this physical, they had to go through them first. And I'm hearing like, man, because they be tripping. And so I feel like this spirit, you know, this ancestor, I feel like let me just be honest. I feel like he always gives you messages, especially through like dreams and things, telling you what to do or what's to come or trying to show you what's going on. But I feel like you don't listen always. And so then you go and do something and then you find yourself fucked up, and it's like, but right, like I told you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, for some of you guys, I feel like you're hard-headed. And that's like one of the things that they are just like, you know, it's a lot of sucking up the teeth, okay? It's really a lot of sucking up the teeth. This person has a lot of attitude, and it's not bad. It's just like, right, like they're so happy to be heard right now. I don't even know who this message is for. This can literally might only be for one person. Like, I feel like this might be a very specific personal reading, because I'm starting to even hear the voice, and I don't know this voice, but my body is getting warm. As my whole body is getting warm, my feet are ice cold, and so yeah, I might end up going somewhere. So I don't know how this reading is going to turn out, but this is where we're at, okay? And so I feel like, you know, this is one of your hitters, and I just heard as well, for someone, this could have been like a friend who was like a brother to you, like, or a play cousin, something of that sort. Just take if it resonates. But the person that's speaking right now, you know, he is a younger energy, okay? And, you know, again, I feel like he was feared in these streets, you know, in the physical, and he just took all those abilities and took it up to the spiritual. And this is one of your hitters. Like, again, if something negative reaches you, it had to go through him first. So if he lost that battle, he lost that battle, you know. And sometimes God has to send him on other assignments, because it's like, nah, they gotta feel this. Like, they gotta go through this, like, you know. And I feel like this person, this energy, I feel like he had like the gift of gab. Like, he was, again, it's just given like hustler. Like, he could really talk, negotiate, you know, a lot of deals, was very good with words, you know, knew how to just do that thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, now I'm picturing like the flea market. When my dad used to take me to the flea market, and how my dad would be able to, like, if something cost $40, my dad would get it down to about 17 every time, okay? Because he always wanted his change, and I wanted him to get his change, because I got to keep the change. For every 20 that he broke, I was able to keep the change. Okay. So it's like, yeah, 17 sound good, because I take my little dollars and then I go get me an anklet. I always used to buy anklets, guys. I'm such an anklet girl. It's ridiculous. Like, I still have anklets on. Okay. Or I would go get like a Bow Wow CD, a burnt CD. But I feel like this person, like, that's their energy, because they're smiling now. Their smile was very big and it was very beautiful. Okay. Very beautiful. But they also had this crooked smile about them. So I feel like if you caught their real smile, it was just like, oh my God. But they also had this persona that they had to keep up with. And, I just heard, because smiling in the streets will get you killed. And it's like, no, it won't. Like, what are you talking about? But right, they really had this like protector street mentality, or they had this version of them that, they may have put on for the outside world, but the people who truly knew him, it was a lot softer. Does that make sense? Okay. So what they want to tell you is that, Spirit has been watching your struggles. Okay. And they've tried, this person, they've tried really hard to make sure you don't go through the things you go through, but the choice is always yours. And you tend to choose the easier way out. You tend to choose stagnation over trying. And you tend to choose, what feels familiar versus the unknown. And if you've been praying to them, or if you miss them, or if you've been, something about them is very significant at this time. Oh, wow. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. I received the message. Something about them is very significant coming up. I just saw my Uncle Roddy's birthday. My Uncle Roddy was a twin. And if you know me in real time, again, this is my grandma's brother. My family's really young. He died really young, and it was very unexpected. And his birthday he's a Libra. So his birthday's at the end of the month, at the end of September. If you're seeing this in real time, this is a timeless reading. But he passed away Christmas Eve. And, Christmas Day, we used to always smoke and talk on the phone. And when he didn't call me, I was so mad. Like, I was so mad, and I wanted to like spaz. And then I got the news. And that was like 2021. But, even like now thinking of it, it's just like, So the message that this person wants to tell you more than anything is that, the choice is yours, and you always choose the hard path. It's like you're hard-headed, and then you want to give up when things don't work out, or, sometimes you're too afraid to even start. But this is your life to live. And if you would just see it through, success could be yours. Like, the world is yours. And they love you, and they're going to continue to fight for you, But at some point, it's up to you to fight for what you want. Okay? It's up to you to fight for what you want. You had a rough past. Things could even be rough right now, but you are choosing to carry those burdens. Those burdens have been lifted off of you a long time ago, but with every thought, every memory, every time that you start something and don't finish, you know what I'm saying? Every challenge that you just allow to defeat you, that's you picking up brand new burdens and responsibilities. So whoever that message is for is very important, because you have a very bright future ahead of you. But if you're not willing to fight for it, then it's not going to be handed to you either. Okay? So Another message that I'm picking up on, I'm starting to see a couple. Again, when I spoke earlier, I said, oh, this could have been an older couple who was married. So the male could have died before the female. Again, the masculine energy, the male is stepping forward, but his wife is right behind him. Okay. And I feel like when they walked, I feel like whoever this person, this masculine energy I'm picking up on is, again, it's giving older. So was that opening up the door that, my old lady that, making the money and bringing it home and her, paying the bills with it, that, nostalgia energy, and, this was a couple that went to church every Sunday, faithfully, religiously. I see the Bible in her hands. Okay. They used to put money. There could have been like a dollar inside the Bible or something. This person could have gifted you a Bible as well, as what I'm hearing. Whoever this message is for, that's just like double confirmation for you. But, and I'm hearing like a lot of children. So they could have had a lot of children. They could have fostered a lot of different children. They could have just been that neighborhood house that fed all the children, whatever the case may be. I'm seeing like a lot of kids like going in and out. Like this is the place. Okay. And it's been that way since they had kids. Like this ain't like, oh, when I was a kid, we used to run over there. No, everybody ran over there. You was like the second, third generation. You know what I'm trying to say? Like who was over there doing that? Like it's been that way. Their house has always been open. This is a very beautiful big home. It's old, but there's nothing better than going into a home, a nice big home, and it's just full of that nostalgia, of that love. Like you can just see the chapters on the wall and you can see the history in the staircase. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? That sense of, even if you know them or not, you just are comfortable there. My neighbor across the way, they have a dream catcher in their window. I've never noticed that. And like that part of their blinds is like cut open. As weird as that sounds, I don't know why they did that. That should look ghetto. But right. I feel like this is someone who always made dreams come true. This female energy too could have had some spiritual, I feel like today in real time, you're like, dang, I think, grandma or auntie, I just heard Pearl for some reason, like Aunt Pearl. Okay. I don't know. But it's like, I think they was witchy or something. Like, you think you are today in this day and age, you're like, yo, I think they were spiritual because there's so many like ties, like the certain superstitions and things that they did. You're not like, oh, that's actually like hella spiritual. And so this energy, this couple is coming through, and they're very proud of you. They can show themselves as a red bird. Okay. So whenever you see like red birds, red jays, cardinals, things of that sort, that's them checking on you. I feel like as soon as you see it, it takes off, type of thing. Hide and go seek. You could have played hide and go seek when you were younger in their house or something of that sort. I don't know who that message is for, but that's definitely confirmation for someone. But I feel like this couple is very proud of you. They're very proud of your journey. Okay. This woman could have been a fire sign. Okay. I just want to put that out there. She could have most definitely been a fire energy, or she could have been an air sign. Really what I'm picking up on is Gemini. Okay. We have earth energy here as well, but for some reason, like something about fire, or she could have been very passionate, or she could have been very, flamboyant, very proud, very strong. Okay. If they aren't actually that sign, but that's like the charisma that I'm picking up from her. Like this is a woman who meant business. Okay. You know what I'm trying to say? And she ran a tight ship. Okay. She ran a tight house, and your slacks was pressed. You know what I'm trying to say? Like she didn't play. She was full of love, but she didn't play. Okay. And I feel like this masculine energy, I feel like, he let her really kind of control things. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? He's stepping if he needed to, but he put all his faith in his woman, in his wife. Like he knew whatever they went through enough for him to never miscount or misdirect her judgment. Like he put all his faith in her. Okay. She prayed for his crown. She prayed over his head, and in return, he gave his head to God. So, because I'm just seeing like this triangle, like and it was beautiful, and that's how it made things run. He could have been in the military. Okay, he could have most definitely, not even could have, he 9 times out of 10, if this reading is for you, he was in the military. I'm gonna put that, and we're gonna leave that there. Okay, he won a lot of he did a lot of battles. He won, you know he was very proud of, like, what's those things that they put, they're not, are they patches, I don't know, whatever those things are that they put, pins, whatever, like on the uniforms. I feel like he had a lot. Okay, he also could have had a nickname. Okay, he could have went by a nickname, or maybe like you had a nickname for him, like maybe you guys didn't say like granddad, maybe he was like paw paw, something like that, like something that's not like granddad, or like, pops, something like, what I'm trying to say. um he This is a very wise man. Okay, like a very wise man, and his wisdom was instilled in all his principles. And this is given like that yes sir no sir type of thing. Like, this is very, this is respect. Like, they could have taught you manners, and back then you could have been like, ugh, because you might not have used it with your parents, but you knew to use it over there. What I'm trying to say. Cookies are very significant. I don't know if he liked cakes and sweets and cookies and things of that sort, or if he always like kept, that type of candy, or like kept snacks and stuff around, and you would go get some. But for someone, you need to put some cookies on your altar for him. Okay, because he's dying for them cookies, and you know which ones I'm talking about, so we're just gonna leave that there. I'm also seeing like the iced oatmeal cookies. I'm talking about, them old school ones, like, for real. I haven't had them in forever, but right, because I did see them in the store. So right, I literally just saw them in the store with my homegirl, and so that's crazy that now here I am speaking on that, because something about that is like significant. Okay, but this couple, he's speaking, she's just sitting back in admiration. She just, he was the type of person where when he spoke, she stopped what she was doing to listen. Okay, she listened to her man. And so I feel like you might, if this is a grandma, auntie, whoever, I feel like you might call on her more than you call on him. But there is no her without him, and there is no him without her. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, it's his turn to speak, because some of the things that you're calling on or calling for, it's not that she doesn't have the wisdom to give it to you. It's just like, that's his expertise. Okay. So again, you can't call on one without the other. So you might as well call on them both. Whoever that message is for, you call on one and not the other, when really you need to be calling on them both. Okay, because if you don't call on him, he can't give you the message. And he wasn't envious or anything, but put some respect on my name. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you speak. You speak to everybody in the room, is what I'm hearing. You don't walk into a room full of grown folks and don't speak. I don't know who heard that message before, but y'all, I'm so in, and it's so beautiful. Like, my third eye hurts so bad. Like, it's starting to give me a headache, but we're in here. And my feet are so cold. They could have always wore socks. Like, I just heard, if you step on the cold ground, you get sick, I don't know what that message for again, but my feet are ice cold right now, and I'm like really hot because spirit's running through me. So yeah. So my left palm is itching. Someone could have played numbers, something of that sort. Some sort of money's coming in, so let me go on and receive that, because I need that and put it in my pocket for later. Period. Their message for you is that they're very proud of you, but again, there's some things that you need to call on him for and not her, because he knows the way. Also, there is something that you are about to inherit. Okay, this is some sort of family heirloom in a sense, but it's not physical. How do y'all want me to? It's like they're showing me all this abundance, like all this wealth and prosperity and just abundance, but it's not, I can't physically tell you what it is. Does that make sense? And it's like, this is yours. So, okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. So what I'm seeing is this man knew a lot about history too. Okay, let's just put that out there. But it's like, hey, some sort of cycle or pattern is over. And now all this is yours. And now you get to inherit the powers, the beauty, the blessings that they have put to the side for you. I feel like when they left, you might not have received anything. There might not have been anything on you from the will. Like, you could have been too young, or, I don't know. I'm not gonna say someone stole your inheritance or anything like that. I'm not gonna. This is a family who, you know, we're not gonna talk bad. It's still family, okay? So I have to watch my words and not say what I want to say, but say what they're telling me to say. To respect this energy that's presented in front of me. But I feel like something's about to be given to you, and it's gonna come to you in a way where nothing's gonna make sense, but this is what it is. And it's very beautiful. So I feel like you could have gone through a period of just, lack all around, or your life could have been, it wasn't what it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have money or have a nice job, or you might hustle or things of that sort, but it's like, you were always greater than this. Like, the little kid in you was never seen any of this to be true. Like, it was supposed to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm trying to say? And so something about this inheritance that they're going to give you is going to allow you to revisit your life. It's almost like, I don't even know what kind of, I'm just seeing like life size. Remember life size when the Barbie came to life, and like in her realm, she could do all these things, and she comes down here and it's like, what? But the little girl was trying to bring her mama back. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's just given this sense of like perfection, this sense of like, you went from one version of you to another. It's like they're giving you this brand new storyline, this clean slate, and all the tools that you need to take yourself where you want to go. Like, this is their gift to you. What do you want to do? Okay, boom, that's what we're going to do. And whoever this message is for, I feel like in your heart of hearts, you know what you want. You just didn't know how you're going to obtain it, or you might have given up on that dream long ago. But it's time for you to revisit that, okay? Especially with the Six of Cups. It's time for you to revisit that, because that's what you're about to receive, okay? You are, you are firmly rooted in this earth, and the faster you can learn to hone in on your available resources that are here for free, the faster you can connect yourself with the earth, with Mother Kai, the faster you can call on your ancestors, the faster you can see just how powerful you are, just how powerful your bloodline is, the easier that it will be for you to step into this new transition without any worries or fears, okay? This new life is very plentiful. I mean, if you were single, there is love here. And this is their type of love. This is that love that's going to last forever. This isn't, that weird shit, This is, if you've been lacking, with instability or financially, this is a breakthrough in that. This is you having the land, okay? Something about them owning their house was very significant. Like, when they died, that house got passed down type significant. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is you inheriting that land, something that is yours and yours to keep and pass down to whoever, This is children, this is you having everything you need so you can start bringing your ancestors back into this life so they can reap the rewards of their blessings that they gave to you, okay? Twins are very significant in this, because I'm seeing a lot of twin energy. So they could have been a twin, or you could be having twins. Something about twins is significant. Maybe they both want to come back. I tell you now, when you do meet this person and y'all do have kids and you have a boy and a girl, this is them. Like, they love each other so much, they ain't coming back down without each other, okay? Like, one will surely follow. Like, they are the true definition of soulmate energy, okay? But there's a lot of victory and success here. There's partnership. There is a lot of room to be whoever you want to be confidently. Okay? It's just beautiful, guys. Like, I almost don't want to leave out this energy because it feels like home. It's so beautiful. And so whoever this message is for, you know, slow and steady wins the race. But when you do receive this inheritance, I'm telling you, it's going to just feel like out of nowhere, boom, everything just shifted and aligned, you know. And so when this does come in, you know, give thanks, start giving thanks now. But most importantly, when you find yourself burdened or hurt, you know, call on him. Call on him, because he taught her a lot. Okay, so call on him, whoever that message is for. You're not alone. Okay. Wow, this is longer than I expected. For some reason, 44 is very significant because I keep seeing 44 like on everything. Every time I look at the timer, there's some sort of 4-4, okay? Everywhere. Like, so, right. I will say this. One of them could have went from an illness. Any of these ancestors that I spoke on, they could have went from some sort of illness, because the way I keep clearing my throat and how my throat feels like closed in, it's like I can't breathe. You know, some sort of illness, heart attack, ammonia, you know, something of that like is significant for any of these ancestors. So I just want to speak on that, okay? Because right, I feel it. Is there anyone else that wants to come through? I think this is it, y'all. I think this is it. This is beautiful. I would like to send all of the ancestors back to where they came from with love and light. If there's any of the messages that you have for my collective, I ask that you give them to ways which they can understand, okay? I give thanks for all that you have done and for coming down and gracing me with such beautiful energy, something that feels so familiar. Thank you. All right, guys, so this is your reading. If this reading resonates, make sure you hit that like button, okay? Like, let's pay homage. All right, and other than that, you know, take notes from this reading if you need to, understand what's coming towards you, and most importantly, know that you are cared for. Like, you are cared for. You are cared for. You are loved way more than what you would ever understand up in this spiritual realm. And you know, it's time for you to make the connection so you can step into this beauty, okay? I love you guys, and I love you for free. Peace.